On everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be going over the June 16th MLB games. We have 15 of them as per usual, kind of on a Wednesday. A lot of interesting events last night. Yeah, not too much other news to jump into because we're just going to jump into the games really. I think kicking things off, we're going to kick things off with the Cardinals 1 and the Marlins 0. Cardinals back-to-back nights now where they've had trouble scoring runs for the majority of the game, but in the bottom of the ninth, they're able to walk off the Marlins again, back-to-back nights. It's only 1-0 in this one overall. And Quintera goes 8.1 innings before he gets walked off. They put him out to send him out for the complete game and gives it up. Oviedo on the other side, 7 innings pitched, 4 Ks, and Hesley comes in for the win, going 1.1. Cardinals now making a little bit of a nice pace here, definitely because the Brewers lose again, the Cubs lose again, and it's fun for them. Tigers 6, Royals 5. This one was back and forth. Royals had taken a nice 3-1 lead off of a nice Salvador Perez home run, which really only was in play because of a nice error. 17th of the season for him. Modesi hits his 3rd of the season as well for the Royals. And then on the other side, we have Castro hitting his 6th of the season. Detroit comes back and puts up 5 runs in the last couple innings here, and that ends up being the difference. The Royals did come close to making a comeback after all said and done, but they only scored 2 more runs in the bottom of the ninth there and fell a little bit short. Brady Singer had a short outing, 3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 2 Ks. I saw him leave the game, but wasn't quite sure what that was all about. And then Skubal on the other side, picking up his 4th win of the season, 6 innings pitched, 7 Ks, 3 earned runs. This one was the fish on a heater pick of the day, so nice little win for me there. White Sox 8, Rays 7, and this one walk off bottom of the 10th for the White Sox. And this series was intense. This is possibly a preview of the American League Championship, and the White Sox end up taking it 2-1 after losing game 1. They come in, win yesterday, and win today. They were up pretty big in this one, 7-2 at one point, and the Rays chipped away and made it very close, bringing it to extra 7-7. Diaz hitting his 2nd home run of the season, Zunino his 13th, and then for the White Sox we have Abreu hitting his 12th. Giolito goes 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 7 Ks in this nice no decision but win for the team. Yarbrough goes 6.1, 5 earned runs, 5 Ks, so a little bit of a rough outing for him. He gave up 10 hits overall. But when you're playing the White Sox, most pitchers are going to struggle at least a little bit, so I think that's par for the course going against White Sox. And if this is a preview of what we're going to see with those two teams, I'm excited for that. Reds 2, Brewers 1, and the Reds, I think, complete the sweep of this. They might play again today. I'm not sure, but Reds are rolling here, and they win all these games. And I think it's back-to-back days. The score was 2-1 as well. We have Brewers getting out to that quick 1-0 lead. No home runs from either team, and I guess Vogelbach's the big hitter for the Brewers. And we only had a couple of hits coming out of the Reds side of the things, but that's all they really need. Freddie Peralta goes 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 6 Ks, and Mali goes 6, 1 earned run, 12 Ks. Mali's been pretty good all year long right now. He's now up to 7-2 on the season. And Sims comes in, gets his 7th save of the season. Sims back-to-back games where he come in and get a nice shutout inning for the Reds. Rockies 8, Padres 7, and so that's a complete sweep for the Rockies over the Padres, and the Padres continue to kind of free fall down my power ranking standings. They're the National League West standings as the other teams have been doing pretty well. And this one was back and forth. A lot of offense, of course, as it's in Coors Field. Tapia, nice 3-hit night for him. He's about to crash over that 300 batting average mark. And then for the Padres, I guess the couple of guys with multi-hit nights, but Tatis Jr. hitting his 21st home run of the season. So he's closing in on Vladdy Guerrero. He might be the best person to have a chance at cracking him soon. Grisham hitting his 8th. Jake Cronenworth hitting his 7th home run of the season. And if we look at the Rockies, we got C.J. Cron, his 7th, and Diaz, his 2nd. Kyle Freeland goes 3.25 earned runs, 3 Ks, and he's always kind of struggled with the Padres. But on the other side, we had Blake Snell only going 3.17 earned runs and 1 K. So both these pitchers didn't last very long It was just kind of your typical Coors game. Starters don't go very long. Hitters hit a lot of home runs. A lot of runs scored. Padres get swept. Athletics 8, Angels 4. And the Angels, I think this is the second game in a row where they got out to a pretty big lead right off the bat. And in this case, it was 4-0. And it was 4-2 about halfway through. But then there was a 6th run inning by the A's in that 6th. Laureano hits his 12th home run of the season. For the Los Angeles Angels, we have Ohtani. He's up to 19, and he's just, I don't really need to say much more about him. Irvin goes 5.2, 4 earned run, 2 Ks, and Canning 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, and 2 Ks. And of course, we have Watson coming in, and another Angels pitcher just on the hook for a loss. Blown save, his 3rd blown save of the season. Giving up 6 earned runs in that spot. Washington 3, Pirates 1, and Washington taking care of business against the Pirates. And they've picking up a couple of wins here, and they're closing in the gap. They're coming very much closer to the Atlanta Braves in the standings for that 3rd place in the division. We'll see how that turns out, really. But they were up 3-0, and Pirates added 1. Not too much to add. Young Gomes hitting his 7th of the season. Josh Bell his 9th. No home runs for the Pirates. DeJong was 4, 1 earned runs, 5 Ks. And that's Panino coming in there. He's replaced Scherzer in the rotation, at least for now. 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 2 Ks. Brad Hand coming in for his 13th save of the season. Yankees picking up a big win here against Toronto Blue Jays. And it's again, I must be able to count 10 times in the past 3 weeks where the Blue Jays bullpen has blown a lead for their team. And again, it's the case here with they're up 2-1, and the Yankees put up 2 runs in the 7th. The Jays even had a chance in the 9th to walk this one off, and they just couldn't do it. It's rough to watch these Jays right now. Semien hits his 16th of the season, just leading off the game against Garrett Cole, and Kevin Biggio hitting his 6th. So those are both the runs for the Blue Jays. They were held to 6 hits, 2 home runs, 2 runs. And Gary Sanchez hits his 10th. Gary Sanchez always seems to have a good outing when he's playing the Blue Jays. So it definitely seems to be the case. Garrett Cole goes 8, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, and picking up the win. Ross Stripling goes 6.2, 2 earned runs, 9 Ks. He had a good outing. He's been pretty good as of late. But on the other side, we know the Blue Jays have not. DeLeese only last 1 batter. It looks like that. Probably something up there. Cleveland 8, Orioles 7, and I guess if you need a little bit of a winning streak, you play the Orioles or you play the Diamondbacks. And in this case, the Indians are playing the Orioles, and they've beaten up on them in the past couple games here. Got out to a 6-3 lead quickly in there. Orioles, their offense seems to put up, but the pitching just can't seem to keep the offense down. Mancini had a nice 3-hit night. Mountcastle 3-hit night. And then on the other side, we have Cleveland, just a couple of guys with multiple hit nights. Jose Ramirez hit his 15th of the season. He also got caught in a nice, exciting rundown. Go check that out if you haven't seen it. Mountcastle hitting his 9th of the season. Cavalli goes 5 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 2 Ks, so not a great outing for him, but he definitely got the run support from his teammates. Atkin goes 5.2, 8 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, so another starter for the Baltimore Orioles, just giving up tons of runs. And when you get put in a hole like that and you're the Orioles, you have trouble catching up. Mets 6, Cubs 3. I know they have one more game today, but the Mets have won 3 straight now against the Cubs, responding after being swept. But the big story here is DeGrom. DeGrom started this game, went 3, had struck out 8 in those 3 innings, but left the game with shoulder issues, which is good and bad. Like, it's bad that he's leaving the game, but it's good because it's supposedly a different issue than what he was dealing with before. Rizzo hitting his 9th home run of the season, and Domingo Smith his 6th, Kevin Pillar hitting his 5th. So DeGrom goes 3, 8 strikeouts. Reed Foley comes in. On the other side, Stock getting his first starter as a Cubs. He walks 6 guys, 5 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. Just not a good start in the Cubs rotation. Missing some guys right now, and they're having to give this guy a chance. Didn't work out for him this time. Moving along, we got the Red Sox 10, Braves 8. And this game was back and forth, tons of runs. It was very similar to the game before where the Red Sox got out to a big lead and the Braves chipped away, and tied it up again. And even this time, the Braves took a lead before Arroyo grand slam in that 7th inning ends up being the difference. A pinch hit grand slam because we're in the National League. So he was pinch hitting, For the pitcher, comes in, hits a nice grand slam, being the big difference. It's Arroyo's fourth home run of the season, and Swanson on the other side hits his 11th, Freeman his 16th for the Braves. Ian Anderson goes 4 earned runs, 5 Ks, doesn't last very long, and not giving the Braves what they need. And Garrett Richards, same story, 4 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. This one ends up going on to bullpen battle, and Ottavino's coming in for the 4th save of the season. Astros 8, Rangers 4, and the Astros really pumping these Rangers to boost up their record. It's been back and forth, but Astros seem to be getting their number when it comes down to said and done. Altuve had a nice 2 home run performance, so what's that, 3 home runs in the past 2 games for Altuve. He's up to 15. McCormick also had 2 home runs, so a bunch of home runs we're seeing from 2 guys here. He's up to 8 on the season. Malcondo, his 5th. Straw hits first. So Straw finally getting in the home run game. That's pretty nice. Evan White on the other side had a nice 2 home run night of his own in his first 2 of the season. Lyles goes 4.15 earned runs. Greinke goes 5.23 earned runs in the win. He's 7-2 on the season. And then the Astros just close it out from there. Moving along, we got the Diamondbacks 7, Giants 13, and this brings the Diamondbacks losing streak on the road to a league leading 22. It's tied for the record of all time. Buster Posey had a nice 3-hit night, 3 RBIs. He had his 12th home run of the season. Dugar, his 6th home run of the season. Wade, his 4th. Belt, his 9th. Flores, his 4th. So overall, D-backs just giving up a ton of home runs, and they keep getting out to these leads. They were out 2-0 again, but it was only the first, and before you knew it, it was 13-2. But their offense is not their problem. It continues to be the pitching. The pitching has just been atrocious. Asdrubal Cabrera, his 5th home run of the season for the Diamondbacks. Morel Kelly goes 3, 4 earned runs, 4 Ks. And Morel Kelly is supposed to be the best starting pitcher, so the fact that they couldn't get the win when he's out there is pretty concerning, and I'm very sure that we're going to be talking about Dbacks breaking that record when they go to their next road game. Not sure who it is, actually, but hopefully there'll be something exciting there. Twins 7, Mariners 2. After Twins were shut out yesterday, they were trying to do the same. They were up 7-0 halfway through this and didn't have to look back really on that. Twins, Nelson Cruz, his 14th of the season. Jeffers, his 4th of the season. We have Ober going in 4 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. So Ober's been pretty good since he started the past 2 starts. 63 pitches in this one, so he's still working his way up, stretching himself out to be able to be a little longer for Minnesota. Sheffield 5, and he's pitched 7 earned runs. So Sheffield's been okay, like some days, but for the most part, you see a lot of these 7 earned run outings for him, and it's not much of a help for a team that needs some pitching. Moving along to the last game of the night, we have the Phillies 2, Dodgers 0. And like I say in the title, this is the first time the Dodgers have been shut out since 2019. They had a 5-hit night, and it was all thanks to Mr. Zach Wheeler going 6, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks. And then the Phillies, they bring in their bullpen. Their bullpen in the past has been an issue, but not today. Alvarado goes 2 innings pitched, striking out 4, and Neris comes in for his 10th save of the season. Kershaw goes 6, 2 earned runs, 9 Ks. Kershaw had a good outing. Nothing really you can complain about. It did put his team in a position to win, but those 2 earned runs, when your team doesn't score, you're not going to win. And that basically breaks up the 15 games that happened last night. We just went over them quickly. Couple of stories around the MLB, but other than that, that's pretty much what's going on. So if you get to this far, please join the community. Let me know what you guys saw last night, what storylines you're following in the comments below. Let's keep this discussion going. Very interested in that. Like and subscribe, and we will see you for the next video. Thanks for watching.